Previously on the Forever Homestead solar barn build. The ground was cleared in preparation for the concrete. The forms were built and the concrete pads were poured. Hey guys, Kirk from the Forever Homestead. So I'm inside what's going to be the barn to show you the next step. Unfortunately, I had a computer crash a while ago and we lost a bunch of footage. So the footage that we had of raising of the trusses, it's pretty limited now. So I had a time-lapse video of all the trusses being put on. My two boys and my father-in-law came over and in a day we got them all up. But I don't have that time-lapse, so I'll just give you I'll give you a little walkthrough and I'll fill in the holes with some of the footage that I do have. So I'm just going to go get a ladder and be right back. Here we are up in the rafter space. So there's 21 of these rafters, or trusses, sorry. They're about 46 feet wide. It's hard to see them here. They're about 46 feet wide and they weigh about 450 pounds a piece. So we're on top of the shipping container right now, and on each side we put a 2x4 on each side of both cans, running the 40-foot length, and then there's also cross braces between holding these two on. Now one of the steps is we still have to, like, these are temporarily fastened to the can, but one of the other steps now is we have to drill. We have to weld plates to from the shipping container up and then bolt it to these 2x4s to stop, wind or anything like that from lifting the roof off of the can. So, and those cross braces are every so often along the shipping container, or along the can, just to hold everything together. And then the trusses are toe nailed in to that beam, and on the outside edge, all the way along, there's hurricane ties on each of the rafters, just on the outsides of both cans. A lot of the bracing is done. So we've got strapping running in different locations. You can see one out there, one up there, and then you can see, it might be easier to look there. We're almost finished the strapping on the roof. Every 2 feet, there's a 2x4 that's going to run all the way up. We're not finished up to the peak yet. We just haven't had any good weather without ice and snow and all that to be climbing around on the roof. And that strapping will be used to fasten the tin roof to. On this side, this much steeper angle, it's actually a 45-degree angle, and this is where all of our solar panels are going to go. We got them all up, and we got most of the bracing on, and then we went home that night, and then the next day the boys had to take off, and late night, early morning, all that kind of stuff, they had to take off. We didn't get all the bracing done. Then yesterday, or starting on the Monday, we had windstorms start. So we had the winds up to about 75 kilometers an hour. Peaked out last night at about 80 kilometers an hour, but when we came yesterday, you can see that the trusses, they all have a bit of a lean to them. When we braced them in a couple of the braces, so there's one here on the end. I think it was the first that let go. Far one there, I think it popped the nails on the end and it let go. So you can see that this one is really leaning. Anyway, I popped in yesterday just to inspect and make sure everything was okay. And my father-in-law was with me, and we had to do some emergency construction, some surgery to it. So you can see all the bracing going all along there. We also have some pretty heavy-duty ratchet straps you can see down at the end there, tied at different locations on both sides supporting it. And we put in some temporary cross bracing. You can see all the all the diagonal supports up in there. But it held. I expected to come here today and see all this down. The winds were the strongest last night, about 80 some kilometers at the gust. But everything held. Now it's supposed to be, today was a snow day, everything. Basically the city shut down from the snow and the winds and ice. But winter's just starting. I was really hoping to have this done before it hit, but Saturday is supposed to be a half decent day. Saturday it's only supposed to be, I think, -3, a little bit of snow, but the winds are going to be gone. So starting Saturday, we got to start on this end, and one by one, or every three trusses, we have to knock the bracing off, level them back up, plumb them, and then re-brace it, and then get all the final bracing in, including every 2 feet on the roof. There needs to be straps around the whole way, and then all the diagonal bracing and everything by code. So, I mean, we took a day off, and I guess we shouldn't have. That's a lesson learned the hard way for me. Would have cost me about $7,000 if these all went down. But we'll get it fixed up. So until the next time, have a good one.